There are kids in this world who are different. Special. In this episode, I'll be breaking down the 31st episode of 6 Months Season 4, piece by piece. Well, hello, Review Pub listeners. It's Landon Mueller. Now we are here today to talk about episode 31 of 6 Months Season 4, called Lights Out for Brynleigh. And I've said this about several episodes before, but once again, the title reveals a lot about this episode, and so much goes down. We got action sequences, moments that really give you the chills, and great sound design. So all in all, this might be one of my favorite episodes of this season, and I love that we get to pick up on last week's amazing cliffhanger. Through Holiday and Brynleigh's conversation, we get to see how their relationship has evolved and grown stronger. And speaking of cliffhangers, boy does this week's episode have one. On another note, at the time of recording, the new GZM series is coming for GZM family and superfan subscribers tomorrow. I think this show will be fun in so many ways, and I can't wait to hear some of the music cues. This is GZM's first show to take place in Africa, and I'm excited to see how the music represents their culture. Without further ado, let's get straight into this episode.
I want you to know, we've never given up on finding you guys, and we'll never stop trying to bring you home.
Really?
Really. But, hey, everyone's okay, right? Cyrus, Mom, Dad?
Yeah.
This scene is so emotional for me. I mean, it's wonderful. I touched on this in last week's episode, but I'll say it once again. The last time we heard these characters speak to one another was in the finale of Season 2. I think that really gets you to think and makes these types of reunions that much more meaningful. Also, the fact that people from the past and present are finally on the same page is so important. Through the time phone, they can communicate their plans and work together. It's such a valuable tool. I love that Brynleigh tried to protect Holiday. She could have just sat there in danger, but instead she tried to cover that up. And I think that says a lot about how their relationship has grown. If we think back to Season 1, the girls were complete opposite and never got along. But as we've seen, they've really bonded.
I think I'm gonna lose you. Just
My head.
the time phone's safe, okay? We'll find you. I promise.
I don't.
Brynleigh!
Wow, yeah, I definitely didn't expect that. It just goes to show that a happy scene can turn scary in mere seconds. And I think GZM does a great job of showcasing the act of passing out. Through the sound design, we know she's in distress. But we don't know why. In the description of this week's episode, it touches on the fact that what's happening to Brynleigh is a result of her call with Holiday. I don't think somebody is controlling Brynleigh's side effects. Rather, I think the time phone in the universe has something to do with it. Either way, this scene raises a lot of questions. Also, I know this isn't a big thing, but I'm glad Katie is concerned about Brynleigh. She's trying her best to help her out, even if she doesn't know what's going on.
Really? I remember talking to Cyrus's sister Holiday, but then it gets fuzzy. Like I was drifting.
Do you remember what Holiday said?
They're trying to find us. They want to bring us home. But then it went dead.
I think what Katie says after this scene is so important. She brought up how her memory went blank whenever she was around Penn. I don't think the situation is nearly as severe, but even still it's good to notice. And it's pretty ironic that her memory got fuzzy as soon as Holiday mentioned the components of time travel, specifically Penn and Casey. Coincidence? I think not. And the fact that Brynleigh said it went dead is interesting. If you remember, Remy also said her mind went fuzzy after getting back from the island, and she still doesn't know how she wound up back home. So maybe that has something to do with the timelines not concurring. As we know, this has affected everybody. This also goes hand in hand with portals. How are they playing a role in what's going on?
She's not, guys.
You're right. It's wrong of me to hold Angelica's future misdeeds against you, Angel.
Thank you, Dr. Anders.
James?
What she said.
I honestly think Angel appreciates having Monica's support. She could have just easily judged her, but instead Monica decided to give her a chance. Angel's been associated with the decisions of her future self, decisions she has not chosen to make. And Monica understands that. They gave Adam another chance, and they said before that they're big believers in giving people second chances. I also love how Cyrus stuck up for Angel. That's what a good friend does, and Cyrus has only tried to do right by her. James, on the other hand, is not nearly as convinced. He cares so much about his kids, and he doesn't want to see them get hurt. We talk about their father-son relationship. I just think he wants to protect his son. They've spent a lot of time apart, but no matter what, they'll always be there for each other.
1989 Whittier isn't the same person we know, is he?
This Whittier, all he wants to do is save Adelaide. His
daughter.
Did you meet her too?
Yeah.
I think we overlook this version of Dr. Whittier and are quick to assume that he's bad. But to some extent, I think we should give him a chance, kinda like Angel. He hasn't made poor decisions yet, and he still has an opportunity to change his life for the better. Dr. Whittier's intentions aren't evil. Like any other father, he doesn't want to lose his daughter. He's trying his absolute hardest to not let that happen, and that's a good thing until you take it too far. Maybe Dr. Whittier thinks Angel's the answer to his prayers. In the last episode, I just briefly mentioned that they all must miss Holiday so much. And Adelaide is such a big reminder of her. Holiday has been such an important part of their lives, and she wouldn't exist without Adelaide. I hope Holiday gets to meet her sooner or later.
That means they've been experimenting on you?
Yes.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna help change the world.
Remember all the pictures of what kids Monica had in her secret office? Monica was so dedicated to those children and repairing the damage that was caused from Jenny's serum. So I think some of those memories are starting to come back to her. It's really so comforting to know that Monica cares about Angel. And now she knows why Angel did what she did. She was exploited and her natural abilities were taken from her. I think we'll start to see a mother-like relationship form between Angel and Monica as she knows what kids like her have been through, not knowing what a real family is like. I'm also curious to learn more about Angel's mother. Did she know about all the suffering she would face? I think this really is a full circle moment for Angel. She started to learn that she's been lied to and tricked.
Unless what?
Well, we may not have a wit kid that opens portals in 1989, but what if we could make one?
Wow, I mean, that's a cliffhanger in and of itself, and it's phenomenal. The reason I was surprised is because Monica's not usually for that kind of thing. But maybe make one doesn't mean make an actual person. I'm not quite sure what she has in mind, but regardless, it'll be great. Monica's an expert with Gen A serum, so I'm sure she knows what to do. As we know, Whittier Corp takes daily samples of Angel's blood. Maybe Monica could take a new sample to his sister and creating whatever she's trying to make. I'm not sure how James will react to this. Although if I had to guess, I'd say he's not so sure about Monica's plan. It does seem a little uncanny, but maybe it could be significant later on. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
What's going on? Why did we stop?
I don't know.
Are we losing power?
Katie? Something's wrong.
Brynleigh?
Katie?
What's going on with your voice?
Are you there?
You know, this is very interesting. We're kind of seeing what happened earlier, but this time Brynleigh's voice is modulated in a sort of way. And you have to imagine what's running through Katie's mind. Brynleigh's not a robot, so what would cause her voice to sound like this? And on Brynleigh's end, she must be freaking out. I'd imagine she can't see anything and doesn't know where Katie is. Also, it sounds like she's being sucked into some kind of vacuum. It's nice we could hear both perspectives in third person like this. Also, this wonderful music cue gave me the chills. This is such a serious and important scene, so the cue just makes it that much better. Also, it transitions out in a really cool way.
Okay. Lights are on. Brynleigh? Brynleigh? You're not Brynleigh.
Yes, I am. How did I get here?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
What a cool cliffhanger. I never expected to hear a younger Brynleigh, so I think that's awesome. If you've listened to GZM Rewind, you know that Ava DeMary directed her student to voice this role. I love that Dave and the team decided to do this, and I can't wait to hear more out of the younger Brynleigh. But now this raises the question, what happened in the older Brynleigh? This kind of feels like a Remy situation. I remember how I felt when Katie just disappeared out of thin air, so I think we're gonna see something similar. All in all, this episode was fantastic. I can't wait to hear what will happen next. Until then, thanks for listening. Until next time, this is Landon saying, peace, love, and time travel.